What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and the internet has greatly overestimated their power today in their pathetic attempt to cancel Sylvester Stallone for the great crime, my friends, the greatest crime known to man, that is joining the wrong golf club, a golf club associated with the Orange Man. Is this the world? By the way, YouTube is absolutely purging subs. I don't know if you're going to see this video, but if you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. And if you think you are subscribed, please just take a second to make sure you're still subscribed. If not, there's a red subscribe button down below. So this morning, the internet decided they wanted to try and cancel Sylvester Stallone, and it was as cringe as you could possibly imagine. He might not be returning for Creed 3, but Sylvester Stallone has enough on his plate to keep him busy, even if he's sitting out the 9th installment of the Rocky franchise. Gritty superhero thrillers Samaritan and James and the Suicide Squad are both coming to theaters this summer, while his director's cut of Rocky 4 is finished and should be released before the end of the year. In addition to that, there are any number of potential projects he can move on to, including Guardians of the Galaxy, Demolition Man sequel, which is in the works, and The Expendables 4, which Randy Couture has claimed could be filming this fall. However, the action icon is now being targeted by cancel culture because he reportedly became a member of Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago club. The 74-year-old splashed out in Florida home towards the end of last year, splashed out on because this is the internet and we're talking about that. He's instantly exposed his true colors as all sorts of ists and an ally and staunch supporter of the Home Alone 2 star, as you can see the reactions below. Sylvester Stallone paid $200 to show his support for a loser, twice impeached president. Knock yourself out, Rocky. Here's Brian O'Sullivan. Sad to see Stallone is joining Mar-a-Lago. Must have taken too many shots to the head while filming the 86 different Rocky movies. There are even people that, said, yeah, he outs himself out as a supremacist by supporting one. Maybe the golf club is like close to his house. I don't even understand. What? Who cares if a washed up straight to Netflix actor? You're calling Stallone a washed up straight to Netflix actor. This guy is one of the most beloved actors in history. He is at the head of a wildly successful franchise in the Expendables. He obviously has the Rocky franchise. He's a self-made man, and he's like almost 100 years old. Calling Stallone irrelevant just proves how stupid you are. The thing is, Sylvester Stallone not only bought a house near Mar-a-Lago, but he's joined the club as a member. Oh no, now he's a scumbag. I mean, so? Maybe the golf course, like I said, is close to his home, and like most people, he decides like, hey, when I'm golfing, I'd like to not drive 4 hours, and hey, this club's right here. That's pretty nice. How stupid are people to think this is some kind of like huge endorsement of Trump? And by the way, even if it was, who cares? Who cares? I love almost every Stallone movie. I've been watching him since I was a kid. First with the Rocky series, and obviously Rambo. Rambo 2, probably one of my all-time favorite movies. And obviously, like, when he's in Tango and Cash, he's just so many. Yes, he's got a couple of duds in there, right? Then you have NBC News analyst Glenn Kirschner attempts to cancel Sylvester Stallone. Here's Glenn Kirschner with 500,000 followers. Kirschner took to Twitter where he wrote, "Today is Hollywood scoring. Will Smith is a hero. Sylvester Stallone is a zero." Well, if you didn't know, Will Smith decided to pull his production or something out of Georgia. Don't care. Keep hurting the local citizens that you think you're standing up for. But anyway, Smith and Apple Studios pull out of a project in Georgia. Stallone supports criminal ex-president by joining Mar-a-Lago. Thank you, Will. Shameful, Sly. Spread the word. He's literally asking, like, please Please help me cancel this guy. Smith, alongside director Don't Care and Apple Studios Don't Care, did indeed pull their production of Emancipation out of Georgia. Don't act, by the way, let me be very clear. These film companies, okay, get gigantic tax breaks from the state of Georgia. Them pulling out of Georgia does not help the people they think it does. The idea that they don't like some new voter ID laws that are going to be put into place in Florida or in Georgia. So they pull out. They pulled the MLB All-Star game out of Georgia as well. But understand this, all you're doing is hurting the middle class and lower middle class people that, you know, just lose their jobs. The business owners that, you know, lost millions of dollars by pulling the All-Star game out of Georgia. So what? You could virtue signal? All you're doing is getting Twitter retweets, and then you're hurting the actual people. And people that would have, you know, made money selling bottles of water or custom printed hats or, you know, the local bed and breakfast. By the way, many of these businesses owned by black people. So as these people are virtue signaling, they're just hurting the same people they purport to care about. In a press statement, director-producer Antoine Don't Care, and it's Will Smith, blah, 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 has decided to move the production of film Emancipation from the state of Georgia due to newly enacted voter restrictions passed by the state legislature and signed by the governor. Smith and Don't Care also released a joint statement. Yes, they're so stunning and brave. Two people worth, you know, one guy who's worth $1 billion and another multimillionaire really sticking it to the middle class in Georgia by taking their jobs away. The new Georgia laws, regrettably, we feel compelled to move our film production work from Georgia to another state. This isn't going to change anything. As for Kirschner's claim about Stallone, they are based on a rumor from Page 6, an anonymous source claiming to have seen him at the club in March, told the publication. Sly just became a member of Mar-a-Lago. Page 6 has no other details. So at this point, what? I mean, you have no evidence? All of this is based on a report. Sylvester Stallone reportedly joins Trump's Mar-a-Lago. This in The Hill. Do you know how many articles there are about this? Harley Quinn's King Shark reacts to Stallone. I thought you were comic book resources. What? And you see, Sylvester Stallone joins Trump Mar-a-Lago's club and poses for photos with guests. Do you have any evidence of that? Like, do you have pictures of him at the club? I don't think so. So Stallone bought a house. Big deal. And, well, Stallone does like Trump. He had praise for him back in 2016. But again, who cares? Like, seriously, is this the pathetic world that these people live in? A source told the club that Sly just became a member. A source. So they don't even know. Referring to the Rocky and Rambo star who they said had been spotted at the club last month. The Hill reached out to the club management for comment. Stallone, who has supported Republican presidential candidate in the past, including endorsing John McCain for president in 2008, but did not endorse Trump in either of his campaigns. The two have spoken in the past. However, the former president pardoned the late heavyweight boxing champion Jack Johnson in 2018 after revealing he received a call from Stallone urging him to do so. The actor was also a guest for Mar-a-Lago's New Year's Eve celebration at the end of 2016. That same month, he told BuzzFeed that he would not take a job as chairman of the National Endowment for Arts under Trump, explaining that at the time he would prefer to work on finding housing and employment for returning veterans. Oh, what a terrible man. He said, quote, "I'm incredibly flattered to have been suggested to be involved in the National Endowment of the Arts," Stallone said. However, I believe I could be more effective by bringing national attention to returning military personnel in an effort to find gainful employment, suitable housing, and financial assistance these heroes respectfully deserve. What a monster. What a monster. Stallone is still trending. All these morons disavowing him just for wanting to play golf. This is your life? You have Dana Loesch saying, so Stallone plays golf at Mar-a-Lago and woke scolds want to cancel him. Pretty sure Stallone doesn't give an F what anyone thinks where he golfs. And I don't think anyone who likes his movies, which I do, by the way, don't care. I don't care. This is one of the most ridiculous cancellation attempts. Play golf wherever you want, Sly. I think you've earned it. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.